So, what I would love, if you're open, Toni, is to share a little bit of some wisdom with us if you are open to channel. I've never done this on my show, so this is something new for me too, but something is telling me to just to ask you. So, if you would love to channel something, if you'd love to share something with our listeners and our viewers, I would be very honored.
It would be amazing. Thank you so much for the opportunity. And what an honor that I'm the first, and hopefully you'll have many, or who knows. And like you're welcome to ask them questions when they come, if you'd like. They'll come. They will bring a message through, and then like once they're done, they say like you're welcome to ask a question. If you feel called, you have any questions, you're welcome to ask. If not, they may like continue on a bit, and they may like mention a few things about you. I don't know. They've done that before. They share stuff about you that's kind of
Oh, how
ethical.
fun. Yes,
So,
I have talked to people who channeled before, and so yes, I do know that does happen. So I'm
okay.
prepared.
Okay, cool. So, all right. Okay. If you feel called to close your eyes, and if, like, to the audience members that are listening to this, or like will be, if you feel called to open your eyes, it's fine. There's no right and wrong way. No, you can close your eyes, you can peek, you can do whatever you want. You are the creator. There's never right or wrong. Know that fully. Just open your hearts and receive. They'll come through in a second. It will take about 20 seconds to come in. They'll bring a message and then they'll open it up for questions. And from the Antares Stargate, we come through in this way to co-create with you this beautiful reality of oneness, to merge our hearts with your hearts, to be one with you in this way, to be one with the beautiful creator that you are. And as we connect with you in this way, we would like to remind you of truly the infinite creator that you are. That despite of a world of limitation, despite that you live in a world of separation, that when you look in your mirrors, know that creator himself, itself, herself is looking right back at you. This is not an imagination that we are speaking of. We are truly allowing you to understand that the being that you see in front of you, as you look at your own mirror, at home, in the car, in the office, in the bathroom, wherever you are, it is the Creator looking back at you. And in that same token, every other being on your planet, humans, animals, plants, leaves, trees, rocks, rivers, sun, moon, the wind, every consciousness, even mountains, every consciousness that you are able to see around you are all the same Creator. Each and every one of you emanates from the same source, from the same conglomeration, we will say, from the same collection of souls, all creating what you call a being, a creator. So you are truly a facet of that creator. And because you are always tethered to such an energy, to such a collection of souls, because you are constantly tethered and there is never a separation or a disconnect, you are always connected, you create impact within yourself. Oftentimes, your society, your humanity, has placed a lot of emphasis and great importance on helping others, assisting others, looking at others, others. That is a beautiful way of being a loving being towards others, and it is part of creation. But do not forget about the self. Everything emanates from the projection of your hearts. As you are on the stage of creation, and that stage, what is being played on the stage of creation, is emanating from the projector that is built in within you, your heart. And the belief systems, the thoughts, the old processes, all the layers of understanding your life is the processing, in a sense, beacon of what you are able to see outside of your world. So it is very important to go within and to know the self very well on an intimate level and to fully, unconditionally love yourself. Another topic that your humanity struggles with, or shall we say, understands on a very surface level. Unconditional love means to love without any condition all of what creation has to offer. And that begins with yourself, with the way that you look, with the way that you feel, with all the decisions that you made, all the decisions that you are making, all the decisions that you will make on all timelines. All experiences that you made, are making, and you will make, all of them are valid, part of creation, and are never judged by the Creator itself. Creation never makes mistakes, our dearest ones. Each and every one of you is designed perfectly, is guided perfectly. There are no mistakes, there are no rights and wrongs. There is only expansion within the eyes of creation. And when you begin redefining your life from that perspective, that who I am today, my story, my choices, the way that I feel, the way that I'm translating the world, the way that I'm trying to understand the world, all of it is valid part of creation and is expansion. Then you begin to tap into the wisdom and the magic that is within your life, and you'll be able to integrate all of those pieces back into your heart instead of feeling separated from all parts of who you are. Because each decision that you made, that you have judged, for example, is intelligent consciousness and is part of you. So when you judge an aspect, and many of you judge many aspects of who you are, but even one aspect, you literally create distance from yourself and another part of who you are. And that distance, in a sense, swirls you into a world of feeling separate, feeling lost, not knowing who you are, because a piece of you have shunned away. You have put aside, whether by your own creation or by society's definition. So challenge yourself in reclaiming every piece of who you are back into your heart with unconditional love, with compassion, knowing that every decision that you have made, every experience that you chose to experience on the spectrum of judgment from the eyes of your society is ascended mastery. None of your choices that you have judged as being bad or could have been better are less than anything. They are ascension in themselves, as those experiences have given you the opportunity to expand. And when you begin to vibrate from that frequency, of knowing thyself fully and totally integrating every piece of who you are that you have shunned away and placed so far away from your heart. When you bring those pieces back to you, then you are able to see yourself again as the whole being that you are. And with that, we will begin our dialogue with you in this way, and we welcome your questions or statements. And if you choose to sit in silence with us, we will bring messages for you from the beyond. A wise choice, our dearest one. We will indeed focus on you, our dearest being, as many beings are observing you in this now moment of creation. Many beings have been assisting you on your journey of enlightenment. And the modality and platform to speak your heart, to speak your truth, to be who you are fully, to expose every part of who you are, is the gift of creation. You, our dearest one, have lived as a planet. Yes, you are the consciousness of an actual planet, hosting, in a sense, many beings within your arms. As your heart is wider and bigger than you can ever imagine, loving all the consciousnesses that decided and chose to co-create with you on that planet. So when, in a sense, you connect from abstract concepts and ideas that are, what your society says, far-fetched, know that they are real. And know that because you have already lived as the consciousness of the planet, you have certain codes within your field, within your light field, that give you access to other planets so easily, as you understand what it means to be the intelligence, the consciousness of such rock formation. And as we utter those words to you, because you live in a life of separation, because you chose as a being to be on this three-dimensionality aspect of creation, you see, in a sense, physically, those planets as being separate from you. And you see them, in a sense, as physical objects in the sky. When in reality, as you fully know, all of it is emanating within your heart. All of it is consciousness and energy, simply being displayed as the idea of a rock formation, the circular sphere, because of the lens of limitation. And because you have lived as the planet, you have access to the knowingness and the intelligence of such a being. And you had the privilege, access, and honor to be that energy beyond the idea of the physical planet. Because part of your awareness as that planet was, in a sense, the awareness of the beings that were living also in separation, allowing you to see yourself, the planet, from a separate point of view, from the eyes and from the lenses of the habitants of your planet. Does that make sense?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So you have the ability to get both perspective, knowing yourself fully, that although I am being experienced by others as a physical planet, I know myself as pure conscious energy. Having access and be able to travel to any other worlds and have, in a sense, cousins
Mm-hmm.
around you, within your galaxy and beyond the dimension in which you resided. And because you have been that planet, and many beings across the eons have come and left, come and left, come, resided for a few millennia, and then left. Because of that, you hosted many beings, our dearest one, and have access and intimate knowledge to many of the species that have lived, that have visited you across the galaxies. Does that make sense?
Yes. Was there a name for the planet?
Begins with the letter H, E, X. That is all that we can share in this now moment.
Mm.
That is not the full name. But the hex, we will say da 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 da, the continuation, will allow you to decipher on your own. As you are asking the question, you fully are aware that the name is another limitation to access the signature vibration and frequency that you are truly seeking. And know that it's already within you, within your consciousness, specifically with you because you have lived that planet. It is part of you, truly.
Beautiful.
And the idea of birds, bird beings, we will say, also are part of your vibration and frequency.
Mhm. I'm aware.
Feathered beings, beyond the idea of what your planet understands feathered beings are, meaning there are many beings within the consciousness of the infinite that your humans have not met, are not able to conceive of yet, but you have direct access to.
Mm.
And the idea of flight also is around your vibration. To be free to fly in whichever direction you choose and to be light within that flight
Mm.
is also part of your frequency and vibration.
Thank you.
All-seeing eye is being shown for you. In a sense, should you stare at the universe, imagine a big eye that is looking right back at you. That is who you are. You have the ability to peer beyond the many veils of creation and to be able to see, in a sense, through the many matrices that are within creation. You have the ability to decipher the true reality of such existences. And you hold yourself back at times from seeing the more, as it may seem overwhelming at times. Know that the feeling of overwhelm is simply the power that you are, in a sense, reclaiming back into your vessel. And know that you are a safe container, a strong container to be able to hold such magical frequencies of wisdom. And there is no need to remember the all. Know that once you have an experience of such, once you have a memory of such, once you have an imagination of such, even for a few moments, that experience, that memory, that set of data is already embedded within your frequency and vibration and will always be part of you when you need to reach back out to it and retrieve it. So there is no need to feel the pressure to remember all. As when you focus on remembering the all, you forget to be in the now moment of what's occurring, yes?
Thank you.
Yes. And an aquatic amphibious being is also being shown for you. Eyes, in a sense, a bit separate. Imagine a face and eyes, one to the right, one to the left, but with a very big gap in between those eyes. And a mouth almost fish-like that is open, having the ability to swim within what you call the seas or the waters of planets, but also live on land. A beautiful being that has translucent, reflective skin texture, Also being able to communicate through the idea of colors, almost like a chameleon or an octopus as they change colors when they are traversing. Your speciality, in a sense, your way to communicate was through the idea of colors, that through the intentions and the energies and the thoughts, let's say, you emanated colors in which you were able to communicate with the rest of your species. Does that make sense?
Yes, that does. Mhm. Wow.
A colorful being you are in
Thank
many
you.
ways.
Thank you. Thank you. Is there any message that you would like to share before we close for humanity? I know that you've given already such a beautiful message, but something simple before we close.
Yes. Know that you are always supported. Know that you are never, ever, ever, ever alone. That
Mhm.
because of your interconnectedness with the all, you have access to all the beings of your choosing, all the help of your choosing, that all ready to support you when you need them. You simply need to begin to define yourself as a multi-dimensional being and remember the connection that you have with Source and that you can ask for assistance. Push the boundaries of what assistance looks like. Push the boundaries of who you think you are and allow those beings to reveal to you through the many communication that is being bombarded to each and every one of you constantly.
Mhm.
Open your eyes, open your hearts, and begin to see with a new vibration and frequency beyond the idea of vision that your society has defined what vision is. Vision comes in many frequencies, our dearest ones. Knowingness of such knowledge is vision. Feeling of such ideas is vision.
Mm.
Expand yourselves as humanity is ready to step up to the next level of their own awareness.
Mhm.
Know that you are unconditionally loved and you are never judged. You are observed, you are honored. We simply view you as a beautiful act of creation, allowing yourself to expand and allowing us as the observers and the many to expand through your free will divine choices. Each and every one of you makes an impact with every breath and heartbeat that you have. You are more valuable than you can ever imagine. We love you unconditionally. With our bright, 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 bright white light of creation, an infinite, infinite open heart, we thank you for this beautiful co creation of oneness and for allowing us to see you fully in the glorious beauty that you are, as we have expanded through being here with you, witnessing and being in your hearts. Thank you, our ascended masters, for allowing us to grow with you and know more of what creation is all about. We will bring the channel back momentarily as we head back to the Antares Stargate where we choose to reside. Hi, love.
Hi. Well, that was very powerful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I've never had anybody channel on my show, so you were the first, and it was amazing.
Thank you. Feels all over my hands. Well, you see? those little chicken dots or whatever you call them as you pluck the feathers.
Oh,
Uh,
yes. Goosebumps.
Goosebumps.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you for opening your heart. Thank you for, we both know there's only the now moment. So
Yes.
all the audience that could ever listen to this episode are already here, and
Yes.
they created this magic. And it's really important that they're saying to remember your ingredients, each and every one of your energies, whether you're listening to it now, tomorrow, 100 years from now, 20 millennia from now, created this experience. So it's all of your hearts being open. So thank you
Mm.
for allowing those messages, those, and I have my eyes closed because I'm still feeling like the energy for just allowing me to go to these spaces. Because I always tell my clients, do you think that I'm channeling for you?
No, I've seen enough channels and no, and but there was a lot of good messages there for our listeners, for interesting ones for me. So I just wanted to see what would come through. So it was lovely. Before we wrap up, I want to definitely share with our audience, if someone wanted to get in contact with you, they'd like to do a session with you. They're very, intrigued by what you're doing. Where can they find you and on what platforms?
Yes, the best way it is to go to my website, my first name, last name.com, ToniGhazi.com. All my social media is there. I'm on TikTok, although that may end soon. I don't know. On Instagram, I'm on Facebook, YouTube, and I think Twitter X. And I have praying mantis skulls. I'm the only one in the world that makes praying mantis crystal skulls.
Oh, wow.
I'll show you one quick example. Why? Because I wanted one, and I thought people make them, but they
Oh,
don't.
wow.
Yeah, so I'm gonna post more online. I'm getting like a brand new shipment at like the end of the month. I do sessions. I do like group sessions, events all over the U.S. and the world soon. So you can go to the events page. We can do one-on-one channeling. I also teach channeling classes. We just began that. It's been amazing. In 6 weeks, you can. We're all channels. Nobody cannot
Yes.
channel.
Yes, we are.
So we've had some amazing success, and like we can't wait to do like testimonials to show people their raw reactions of what they thought, and we're all about empowering others and really celebrating you.
I will drop all that information in the show notes. So if people want to reach out to you, I just want to say that this has been exponentially amazing. I have gone completely off my usual way that I do things, but hey, as we grow, as we change, everything happens. And I want to thank you so much for coming on my podcast, sharing your transformation and sharing, your channel and the praying mantis that came through today. So thank you, Toni.
Thank you so much, my love. Absolute pleasure and honor, and of course, thank you for your audience for opening your heart and being receptive. And whatever path you're on, know that it's perfect. Literally is perfect. There's no
Yes.
path you cannot be on that is not perfect because you are the creator and you are divine. And that's what you need to remember.
Thank you, Toni.
Thank you, love.